Hello, everybody. It's Monday, but it's day 4 of the hide and seek challenge. So we're halfway through. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things before I show you the next phase or stage of this game of hide and seek. With training our dogs anything, we really want to set the environment up so that it's easy for our dogs to learn and to be successful and have success in their training. So if you've got multiple dogs, it's a great idea to teach them this game individually so that they can really focus on learning the game and they don't have to worry about having other dogs around while they play it. In fact, when I play this game with my dogs, most of the time I set up 2 different rooms. So my dogs search for the toilet paper tubes, as you've probably seen in the video I posted a while ago, and they search for multiple toilet paper tubes. And they've learned to persevere. They're pretty persistent in searching until they found everything. So usually I set up 2 different rooms, and each dog goes into their own room to do their search. And we can kind of monitor and see how they're doing. Because I do the toilet paper tubes, I can tell if they've gotten them all so that I can give them their all done cue. So that just keep that in mind. You want them to have not be stressed out. They can have fun playing the game. That being said, you may have seen the video I posted yesterday of my dog searching for paper bags filled with different treats out in the yard yesterday. So I had 1 bag for each dog, and they both searched at the same time. So that's something that is okay to do if you've got dogs who are comfortable in that situation. And you may have seen in that video that Gus and Pippi were going for the same bag. They sort of spotted it at the same time, but Pippi got there first. And Gus saw that Pippi got it, and he did a 180 and he just left. So he kind of has this understanding that was Pippi's because Pippi got there first, and we've played this game a lot, so he has learned that there's one for him too. So he continued searching so that he could find the other bag. A dog training colleague of mine, Christy Benson, has a wonderful blog called Possession is 9/10 of Canine Property Law. And that's really a great title. It's a great blog piece as well, because dogs can kind of understand that if whoever's in possession, that's who it belongs to. Now, my dogs do totally normal resource guarding behavior from one another. So dog-dog resource guarding can look like, hey, I'm in possession of something, you're getting too close, I'm gonna growl, I might lift my lip and snarl a little, I may give you the stink eye, things like that. And that's totally normal, natural communications between dogs. They're saying, hey, this is mine, back off, please. Totally legal to communicate like that in the dog world. So as long as neither dog is getting hurt, neither dog is becoming fearful of the other dog, we can just let them communicate in that way. That's totally okay between 2 dogs. And that blog that I mentioned is really great if you would like more information on that. So that is normal stuff. People guard things too. We guard our coveted items as well. We lock our doors, we lock our car doors, we hang on to our purses if we're out in public spaces. We're pretty good about not just taking things off of other people's plates unless we've set up a kind of sharing understanding with that person. So we do it too. It's just that it may look a little different the way that people communicate than how dogs communicate. So I just wanted to mention that a little bit, but now we will go on to today's exercise. Yesterday, we were playing the game by hiding the treat around the corner or behind a furniture leg, something like that, where the dog was still watching us place the item, but they couldn't see where we were placing it. Today, before you start the new version, warm up with that previous version. So get them going. Somebody posted they did that with yesterday's exercise. It's a great idea. And this is the point where I definitely encourage that you do that if you haven't been doing warm-ups. So it's getting more difficult. Let's warm them up with yesterday's exercise before we continue. So today we're going to have the dog out of the room. And so Gus is going to be participating again. So Gus will be in another room. He is right now. I'm going to place the treat, and then I'll go and get him and tell him, go find it, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to place the treat, and then I'm going to disappear for just a few seconds while I go and retrieve Gus. Oops. All right, so here's the cookie. I'll place it there, and we'll see if Gus can locate it. I'll be right back. Go find it. Yay, good boy. Good job, guys. Good job. So that one was really easy. He found it. It was right in his view. The next one, I would probably put it over a little bit farther so that maybe it was a little bit more challenging for him. But we want it to be easy for them still at this point. But you'll start to put them in a little more challenging situation. So instead of him walking into the room and immediately spotting it, he might have to turn his head or start to sniff to find it. So you can gradually make them a little bit more challenging as you continue. So have fun with it. I don't know about where you are, but here it is a soggy, gray, gross, super windy day today. So indoor games like this are really important for our dogs because we're not going to be out in that weather, in that environment very much today. Although we did take a very soggy walk this morning with the dogs. All right, everybody, have a good one.